Welcome to our colorful world of animals and their rainy day adventures. Cloud with rain. Rainy days bring a whole lot of fun and surprises for our animal friends. Snails. Rainy days are like parties for snails. They love the moist ground, so they come out to explore and find yummy plants to munch on. Let's talk about how rain affects some of our animal friends. Frogs and toads. When it rains, these little hoppers get really excited. They love the rain because it helps them stay moist and find lots of yummy bugs to eat. You might hear them croaking happily during a rain shower. Birds. Rainy days can be tricky for birds. Some like to take a nice bath and splash around in puddles, while others hide in their nests to stay dry. It's like a spa day for some birds. Fish. Rain affects fish too. Sometimes heavy rain changes how fast rivers or streams flow, which can affect where fish live. Some fish like it because it brings more oxygen into the water. Insects. Rain can be a bit of a surprise for insects. Some of them hide under leaves or in the ground to keep dry. But did you know that rain helps earthworms come out to play? They love the moisture and come up to say hello. Raccoons. These clever creatures enjoy the rain because it makes it easier for them to find snacks. The ground gets softer, and they can dig around for tasty treats like insects. Snails. Rainy days are like parties for snails. They love the moist ground, so they come out to explore and find yummy plants to munch on. Bears. Rainy weather affects bears differently depending on the type of bear and where they live. Some bears, like grizzly bears, have thick fur that can help keep them dry, so they might not mind the rain too much. During light rain, some bears might continue their activities, like foraging for food. However, heavy rain might make it harder for them to search for food, especially if it washes away scents or makes it challenging to find fruits and nuts on the ground. To stay dry, bears might seek shelter under trees, in caves, or cozy spots they find in the forest. They might take a nap or wait patiently until the rain stops before going back out to explore their home in the woods. Cats. Rainy days can be a bit of a conundrum for our feline friends. Many cats are not fans of getting wet, and you might find them seeking shelter indoors when it rains. They might curl up in a cozy spot, like a windowsill or a warm bed, observing the raindrops from a safe, dry distance. Some adventurous cats, however, might not mind a bit of rain. They might explore covered areas or find sheltered spots outside, staying closer to home and perhaps prowling around cautiously to stay dry. After the rain, curious cats might venture out to investigate the damp surroundings, sniffing around to see if there are any interesting scents brought out by the rain or simply enjoying the cooler, refreshed environment. But overall, for many cats, rainy days often mean staying cozy and dry indoors. Cows. Rainy weather can affect cows in different ways, but overall, they're pretty resilient animals. When it rains, cows might continue grazing if it's a light shower. They might also seek shelter under trees or in barns to stay dry during heavier rain. Some cows might not mind the rain at all and continue munching on grass. They have thick hides that protect them from getting too wet, and their natural insulation helps keep them warm. After the rain, cows might go back to grazing, enjoying the fresh, dampened grass that grows after a good shower. They might also return to their usual routine, spending time with their herd and resting in their favorite spots in the pasture. Rainy days for cows are often about finding a balance between grazing and seeking shelter. Dogs. Rainy days can bring out different reactions from our canine companions. Some dogs love rain and see it as an opportunity to play. They might jump into puddles, wagging their tails and having a blast splashing around. On the other paw, some dogs are not big fans of rain. They might prefer to stay indoors, cozy and dry, especially those with thicker coats that tend to get heavy when wet. These dogs might wait by the door or under cover, giving you those "please don't make me go out there" eyes. After the rain, adventurous dogs might still want to go for a walk or sniff around to explore the dampened scents. They might also enjoy the cooler weather and the chance to find new smells that the rain has brought out. Overall, whether rain means playtime or staying indoors, dogs find ways to make the most of the day. Giraffes. Rain can be a bit tricky for giraffes, especially since they live in savannas where rain might not be so frequent. Their tall stature makes them stand out in the open, making it harder for them to hide from the rain. Giraffes usually don't mind a little sprinkle, but when it rains heavily, they might seek shelter under trees or use their long legs to walk to areas where the rain isn't as heavy. Sometimes they even fold their long necks to rest on their bodies, trying to keep dry. After the rain, giraffes might take advantage of the softened ground to find fresh leaves or drink from puddles that formed during the downpour. Overall, giraffes are resourceful and find ways to adapt to the changes brought by rain in their savanna homes. Horses. Rainy days can affect horses in various ways. Some horses might not be bothered by rain and will continue grazing or roaming around their pastures, even when it's raining lightly. However, when it starts to rain heavily, horses might seek shelter under trees or in their stables to stay dry. Horses have thick coats that provide some protection against the rain, but they might still seek cover to stay comfortable. Some horses might also shake their heads or bodies to try to get rid of the water. After the rain, horses might enjoy the dampened ground, finding fresher and softer grass to munch on. They might also appreciate a good grooming session to help them dry off and relax after the rainy weather. Overall, horses adapt to rainy days by seeking shelter and then enjoying the refreshed surroundings afterward. Lions. Rain is a bit different for these big cats. Lions are mostly found in Africa, where it's not very common for it to rain a lot. When it does rain, lions might seem a bit grumpy because they don't like getting wet. Their fur isn't water-friendly like some other animals. During rain, lions often seek shelter under trees or bushes to stay dry. They might not roam around as much because the wet ground makes it harder for them to sneak up on their prey. So, for lions, rainy days usually mean finding a comfy spot and waiting for the sun to come back out. Monkeys. Rainy days can be quite playful for monkeys. Some monkeys, like those living in tropical forests, are used to rain and might even enjoy it. They use the rain as a chance to have some fun. They swing from branch to branch, playfully jumping around, and sometimes they even use big leaves as umbrellas to stay dry. But just like us, some monkeys might not be huge fans of the rain. They might find a cozy spot under trees or in their shelters to wait until the rain stops. Overall, though, monkeys are pretty good at finding ways to have a good time even in the rain. Parrots. Rainy days can be a bit challenging for parrots. Some parrots, like the colorful ones you see in the trees, might not enjoy getting wet. They might hide under leaves or find cozy spots to stay dry. But some parrots, especially those from tropical places, actually love a little rain shower. They spread their wings and flutter around, enjoying the refreshing water. Some even take quick baths in the rain to clean their feathers and cool off. So, just like us, some parrots love the rain, while others prefer to stay dry and cozy in their homes.